The small town of Eldridge had always been known for its oppressive quiet, nestled between steep hills that held them like secrets, with the long shadows stretching across the cobbled streets as dusk approached. The air felt heavy, as if the town itself were holding its breath. The townsfolk whispered tales of the old church long abandoned at the end of Maple Street, where strange echoes had once filled the air, mingling with the scent of burning candles and ancient incense. Now, the building stood cracked and crumbling, a dark silhouette against the purple twilight. Sarah, a newcomer with a restless curiosity, had heard the stories while sipping lukewarm coffee at the only diner in town. The old church haunted her thoughts, tugging at her sense of adventure, luring her to explore its long deserted halls. She decided, as daylight dwindled, it was the perfect time to find out for herself. The townspeople had warned her not to go, saying that strange things happened at night, but the thrill of the unknown urged her forward. As she stepped onto the church's property, the air turned colder, the wind weaving through the gnarled trees like a whisper of forgotten prayers. The front doors creaked eerily as she pushed them open, revealing an interior draped in shadows, filled with the musty scent of decay. Sunlight faded, yet Sarah pressed on, her steps echoing against the stone floors like a heartbeat in the silence. The walls were adorned with peeling murals, faces twisted in agony as if they were trapped in eternal torment, their eyes seeming to follow her. She moved deeper, compelled by an unseen force. As she entered the nave, she noticed a flickering light ahead, dancing precariously in the enveloping darkness. Heart-pounding, she approached, drawn like a moth to a flame. But as she neared, the warmth of the light vanished, leaving a chilling void that made her breath hitch in her throat. In its place, a low chant began to rise, reverberating through the walls, reminiscent of prayers long forgotten, woven with threads of despair. "Leave this place," a voice seemed to whisper, soft and seductive, yet warning, curling around her mind. She turned suddenly, startled by a shadow flitting past her. Her heart raced faster, and she backtracked, desperate to escape the growing dread coiling inside her. But the shadows danced with her, flickering just out of sight. Then, out of the darkness, she saw it, a figure appearing in the flickering light, clothed in tattered rags, head down, hair tangled and dirty. "You shouldn't be here," it breathed, its voice a rasp that echoed off the cold stone, chilling her to the bone. "They are watching. They won't let you leave." Entranced, yet terrified, Sarah tried to speak, but the words caught in her throat as the air thickened around her. The figure lifted its head, revealing hollow eyes that seemed to swallow the light, the face unsettlingly familiar, like a mirror reflecting her own. Panic surged within her as she stumbled back, the reality of the situation crashing down. Each blink brought more figures emerging from the shadows, their vacant eyes locked onto her, mouths moving in silent unison. With a surge of adrenaline, she turned to flee, racing toward the exit, the voices rising to a crescendo. "Stay with us, stay forever," they belted, echoing through the dim halls as her fingers grasped the splintered door, fighting against the suffocating darkness that clawed at her. She burst through the door into the fading twilight, gasping for air, her heart hammering wildly against her chest. But the street was empty. The church loomed behind her, alive with whispers pulsing in the stillness. As she turned to escape, she felt a cold, clammy hand on her shoulder. The freedom of dusk faded, the shadows closing in, wrapping around her like a shroud. The last echo of her scream was swallowed by the church, leaving the night empty, save for the flickering candlelight that resumed its soft glow, as if nothing had ever disturbed the silence of Eldridge.